Hello and welcome to Precious Memory Box's Junk Journaling. And today we are going to start a new journal. This is a bee journal that I got from Carolyn's Musings on Etsy's. It's a beautiful kit. I know I got the add-on doily kit also. And I did a flip through this kit in an earlier video. And today we're going to do part one of the video by putting together or deciding on what papers we want to use in our signatures. I think we're going to do probably 3 signatures in this. And the first and the third signature, we'll do some decorating and ephemera adding. And in the middle signature, the second signature, we'll try to leave more room for journaling in it. I've noticed that there's many junk journalers who like to do that. They like to leave, extra space for you to write and to journal in your journals. So these are some of the pages, and we'll flip through those again real quick. And this right here is not even all of the ephemera and the doily kit that I got to decorate with. So I cut out quite a bit. I spent like 2 days fussy cutting, so you're just talking loads and loads of fussy cuts here. And we'll be doing these of course in a later video, but just to give you an idea of how much is here. There's so much here in so many different ways you can use these. And so we definitely will be using this. There's some pockets in here, some tags. And I'll have to keep working on, I've got some more ephemera to cut out. So this is my little folder I keep it all in. So we've got plenty of fussy cuts, and I'm going to go ahead and set them over here. And then some items, I just wanted to show you some things that before you start putting your signatures together, that you could go around and gather. And things that you could use in your signatures besides your printables. So I've got an old letter here. This is a old letter, and it was postmarked 1932, and it's got some, I think it's advertisements. Let me look here real quick if I can get it open. So some old pages. Looks like advertisements to me. Those are great to use in your journals, in your pockets, or as pages. They have a beautiful color to them, so don't be afraid to use them as pages. You may cover some of it up while you're decorating, but it helps add to the authenticity of your journal. Here's another page, and this is an application for fuel and oil and kerosene rations for heat and domestic hot water. And this is, let me see if I can find a date on this anywhere. Let's see. I don't see a date, but I do believe it's also from the 1930s. And I have some war rations that I had along with this. So I believe it is from the late 1930s, so that is really neat. So don't be afraid. This I will probably copy and then use copies, because this is just a really neat piece of history here. So don't be afraid to use those. Here are some pages from different books. This one has to be from a flower book. So this one would even go along with this journal since we're doing bees. But don't be afraid to use paper. You can fold it in half. You can, if you don't like your words being, going different directions, then you certainly can fold it this direction and make a pocket out of it if you want. So don't be afraid to use your old book pages. They're wonderful ways to fill in. Bags. Here are some bags, and bags make great pages and great pockets. So you've got an instant pocket right there. You can sew that in, and if you want a pocket on the opposite side, you can cut down the bag and you'll have a pocket on both sides. So pockets are a great thing. Here is some tea stain dyed paper that I made. Some of it, a few pieces of it I've received from other people. So these would be great. And I'm thinking of, we'll just scan through here and see if I can find them. I made some with lace and doilies. There we go. So I think these would go along great because the doilies in the printables have like lace behind some of them. Look at that right there. Isn't that pretty? I think I'm going to save that one for us to use. There's a couple other ones. So we'll save a couple of those out. And then here's a doily. Could use that. I also have some, I believe, with dots on them. If I can find one, if I haven't used them already. There's some doilies. That might be a cute idea. We'll keep that out. And let's see. I may have used my ones with dots on them. I might have to make me up a few, but the dots reminded me of the honeycomb. There's one. You can see it faintly. It's got a little tear, but we could always use a piece of it or just make it part of the journal. So there's some dots. So tea stained, coffee stained paper. It's a great addition. Then we have ledger papers. So I've got a few sheets of ledger paper here. We'll set that up there. Scrapbook paper that just coordinates. This is a piece of Tim Holtz paper that I have, and I thought it's got flowers on one side. It's got this nice pattern on the other side. We can maybe come up with a way to use that in there. So we'll set that over here. I've got some tracing paper. Kind of, it's heavy like vellum paper, but that might be good. I've got some just unique fiber paper. Just thought it might make a great pocket, or you know, just we'll find a use for it. So I thought that might be good. I had part of a doily, a square placemat, I think is what it actually was. But with the lace, again, I thought that might be neat to have in there. I also have, and I forgot to grab, I was going to grab some other envelopes. I forgot to grab them. But I also have a CD case sleeve. That makes a great pocket. And then I have some deli paper. So that's pretty neat. We can cut this down to the size we need. So we will take all of these items, sorry for the crinkling, and set them over here to the side of me. And I wanted to show you the cover. The next thing that you might want to think ahead on and decide on is a cover to your bee journal. This is a placemat from Dollar Tree. And I usually will pick one of each new collection up because they make great journal covers. And I may have to alter the size. And of course, I'll take this tag off. But if you don't want to cut it down and sew, if you're not a sewer, which I'm not a great one, but I do try sometimes, you can simply take these and, depending upon the size of your journal, you could fold this up and make a pocket. And with the bees, there's no right or wrong direction to be going, so that might be perfect. And if our sides are too long, you know, we can fold them in. We can glue them in. We could cut out this extra piece to get rid of the bulk and use that as a tuck. So you don't have to cut them, but if you want to cut them, you can. And so we'll see when we get to the cover portion of making the journal. But I definitely want to use this. And we probably will have to put something here to reinforce the spine. Either some, I think I've got some Tyvek, or, you know, some chipboard, or, you know, some cardboard that we can wrap in black to match this. So when we get to the cover, we'll work on that. But for today, let's flip through the pages. Oh, and I was going to show you, don't forget to grab out your fabric. So I've got a bunch of tea stain dyed cheesecloth here, some lace, because you may want to sew some lace on your cover or glue it on your pages. And here's some pretty black trim that I have that I was thinking about using. So we will just have to wait and see how we decide to use all these. Could even make pockets out of this trim. So, all right, let me set all this over here and we will start sorting through our pages. All right, so let me show you the pages again. And I will have to trim, I'm debating whether to trim off these edges or to just ink them as I go. Because it's kind of tedious to have to trim all those lines off there, but you can do it. My problem is trimming them evenly, even with a trimmer. I sometimes don't get it done right, so I may just go back and ink them. So let's take a look at the pages, and I went through, and hopefully I'm still in screen, but I copied on the back of each of these. So, and we can mix them all up so that the same pages aren't next to each other. And what we'll do first is we'll go through and we'll pick out the 3 that we want for the cover of each signature. So today's video is strictly going to be about getting the papers together for our video. Here's some lined paper. This kit has so many papers and ephemera and just wonderful stuff, and variety too. You know, it's not all the same looking. There's some difference. There's enough likeness to make them go together, but some difference in them to make them not look all the same. Isn't this beautiful? I think that would be great in a center so that when you open it, you have the B there. That one I might have got upside down. I tried not to get them upside down, but love this. Looks 3D. And there's some beautiful paper that you can write on. Here's one that I thought might be good for a cover. And then here's another backer where you could write. And you could write on these or use, you know what would be really neat is if you have one of those like a label maker, and you in the black, and you wanted to put a phrase on here, that would look really neat on these pages. This page kind of got messed up in my printer, but I thought, well, we're going to use it. We will. It's black ink, so I think in a way it's just kind of neat. Makes it look a little grungy. All right, here's another page. Here's another page I thought would be good as a cover. All right, and here's some, let's see, this is some newsprint paper that I brought along that we also use as paper in our journal. And then this is the rest of the ephemera I still need to cut out. So you can see I still have quite a few more pages that I need to get cut out. All right, let's start looking through our papers. And let's decide what is our cover going to be for the 3 signatures. So I have kind of an idea. Excuse me. Of the ones I want to use. So I was thinking this one. Possibly that one. Isn't that so pretty? I love that. All right. And I was thinking possibly this one. And let's see if there's any other ones we really like. That one's nice. This one's beautiful. I love that one too, so we'll put that up there as a possibility. And this one's a possibility. All right, so we need to narrow it down. I kind of like the ones with words on them. So I think we'll get this one, and it's kind of like that one. I do like the doily one. And I like that one, but I think I like these the best right here, these three. So these are going to be our covers to our signature. And I think we'll start with this one. So I'm going to set these two over here. Now we just need to mix and match some of our other pages in here. So to start out with, I think I'm going to take one of these newsprint papers, and they're 8.5 by 11, so they should be the exact same size as this. Let's grab one of the tea stain dyed papers we have here. Why don't we do this lace one? And you can decide whether you want your lace to go in or out. So I think I'll put it like that. That way when we open it, you'll see the newsprint and then that beautiful paper there. All right, we need another printable. So let's grab a printable. And I'm going to try not to search, too much through these. And just kind of grab them and go. We'll go with that one. Let's do a sack next. And I think I'm going to do it that way. And let's see. How about a piece of ledger paper? The ledger paper is a little bigger, so I guess it's 8.5 by 11. I was thinking it was bigger than that. We'll do that. And let's do one of these beautiful, this is an American water lily, it says. Beautiful. And then I will have to cut down this deli paper here. Let me grab my trimmer real quick and we will cut this down and then we'll see how many pages we're up to there. And I did forget to bring my envelopes in here, so I will probably add a few envelopes to the pile. Hopefully I'm staying in line so you guys can see this in camera. So I'm going to go with 8.5 this way. There we go. Okay, and we'll go 11 this way. These strips like this are great to save and stamp on. So we'll set that over here to the side to save it. All right. Let's grab this and bring it back in. Oh, wrong one. All right. And then I think I want to do one more printable. And the center of each one, I want it to be something really pretty. So let's see how many pages we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. I think that's perfect. So that 9 times 4, because you'll have 4 sides of these that you can add things to. That's 36 pages. And we will have 3 signatures of 9. So 36 plus 36 plus 36 is that? Trying to think in my head. Fast enough. 36 and 36 is 72. And I know that'd be 108 pages in this journal. I'm going to fold each one of these separately. I like to do that. That way they get creased right in the center. Now this is going to be upside down, but that's okay. Maybe we'll cover it, or, you know, something to, we'll decide. I don't know, which maybe we should do this since it has, looks like 2 separate pictures on each side. Maybe we'll do that and cover the inside. All right. I would love to do a hidden spine on this, so we may try to do that, where we sew our signatures into a piece of cardboard or, you know, chipboard, something of that nature, the Tyvek, and then we cover it and glue it into our book. That way you don't see the spine on the outside. Now this we'll probably trim off later, but I kind of like the little bit grungy and torn, and we'll ink that up to a piece of newsprint here. This newsprint is great for copying old invoices and things like that onto, that you want to keep the original or scan the original in to your computer, so you can use it more than once if it's over 100 years old. All right, there we go. There is signature 1. Let's do a quick flip through. So we've got the B on the front, and we'll add some envelopes, a couple envelopes in here maybe. Love how that opens up. So perfect. It's going to be a great way to start our speed journal off. All right. So signature 1. All right. I'm going to set that over here to the side, and we will start signature 2. Now, which one do we want? I think we'll go with the doily one. All right, let's see. I like some consistency, but we don't have nothing has to be in the same order. I'm thinking about using this Tim Holtz paper somehow. I'm just trying to decide how we can use it. So I'm going to have to think on that one a little bit. That may be more of a decorative piece we use. Okay, we could use this vellum or tracing paper, and it needs to be cut down to the 8.5 by 11. Now, if it doesn't bother you to have your pages stick out longer, there's nothing wrong with that either. Okay, so there's 11, just slightly under. And let's see how wide it is. There's 8.5. There we go. All right. Now, let's see. Let's add a page in here first. Let's do a decorative page. There we go. And then have this over it. That'll be pretty. Let's do a tea stain dyed paper. Beautiful. And then maybe another decorative paper here. I think I'll go this way this time. Let's do, how about this doily? This part of this placemat doily. I like that side better, but that'll be on the outside that way, so we'll do that. And let's see, what else do we want to do? I'm wondering how we could use these. it would be really small as an inner page. So I think that will not work. So we'll have to think. We'll have to use those maybe as pockets or something. Let's see how many pages we're up to. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Okay, so let's see. What else do we have here? We could do a ledger sheet. Because I want to keep this one fairly neutral if we can, so that you can do more writing in it. And then let's do this one. This one really makes a statement. I love that one. All right, so let's start folding these. What is you guys' favorite theme that you like to do for journals? Do you have a favorite theme, or do you have a bucket list of ideas? I like all kinds of things, but I tend to stick with nature and vintage type things. I'm working on a botanical journal that's taking me forever. I don't know why, but it is. But I like those. Sewing, like a vintage sewing journal. I would like to make one of those. I'm also wanting to work on a family journal that has pictures of my parents growing up in it, and, you know, grandparents, and just using old papers from them, and different items. Wanting to make that for my sister. So, all right, there we go. Signature number 2. And that matches so pretty. I think we're going to make a pocket out of those. So we've got 2 signatures done. All right, let's get ready and do our last signature here. And let's see. We've got our cover, Garden's Gate. Let's start with, let's find another book page we can use. So let's see. Try to find something that maybe the bees would like. What about one of these here? I like that. So let's take one of these and put in there. I think we'll do another sack, and we may want to put a page in between there. Let's do this one. And then we'll have this beautiful sack in there. How about a piece of the deli paper? And instead of cutting it, we will just fold it to create a side tuck. There we go. We'll have that as a side tuck. Let's do another pretty piece of paper here. How about this one? Love that. And we'll go this direction with it. And let's see, what else can we do here? We need some coffee stained paper. Let's do one with the doilies. And let's add one of these. Lots of writing space. Let's see how many pages we have. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we need one more. let's find one more of these that we like. How about how about that one? It's kind of like the page before it, but I really like it. So there's no rules. We can do it how we like. All right. And we even still have some pages left over that we can use for other items in the journal. So let me stack all this up and get it out of our way. We'll fold up these pages, and hopefully I'm staying in camera. Sorry. It's hard to stay in camera sometimes. All right. And I'm going to come back and I'll add some envelopes. On the next video, what we'll do is we will start adding envelopes and ephemera and decorating and getting our pages ready to sew in. So this may be a 3 to 4 part video series, just because sometimes I'm a little slow at deciding and what I want to do. So, but I have a pretty good idea what I want to do. I just need to make some of the ephemera pieces, and then we've got a bunch that we can use. Maybe stencil a little bit in here. All right. So, all right, and let's take a look at that one. So we've got the beginning page. This we can add something over to cover that being upside down. Add an envelope or paper, more decorative paper. So it's really beautiful because I love these pages because you don't have to, some of them are just so beautiful by themselves that you don't even need to decorate them. They just need to be inked up. Maybe you could throw a little saying on here and they're perfect. And then coffee stained paper always goes in a journal. I don't think there's any journal it doesn't go in. There we go. Lots of writing space. We can do a little stamping on this, but leave most of it for writing. Then we've got a beautiful page of bees and more doily. Beautiful contrasting color there. Our little tuck spot we've already created. Our pocket, automatic pocket from the bag. Beautiful milk jug. Some gorgeous botanicals. And our last page. All right. So let me grab the other two here. Uh-oh. I lost all my centers out of this one. There we go. All right. So we've got our 3 journal signatures together. And so on our next video, we're going to add pockets and envelopes and possibly sew our signatures together into the cardboard center. I think I'm going to use cardboard that I can cover, and that way it will match the inside. And we'll try to get that done on the next one. Then on the following one, we will decorate and put all the ephemera in and tags and all the different fun stuff. And then the last video, so it'll be a 4-part series, is putting the journal cover on. So I hope you guys will join me for this series, and we'll try to do at least one a week so we can get it done in 4 weeks. And in the meantime, I hope you'll come back and check out the other videos I've done and leave comments of what type of videos you would like to see, what themes you like to see in journaling. You know, The next journal after this, I really need to finish my botanical journal. But then I really want to do a gingerbread man. That's my favorite thing at Christmas, is to decorate with gingerbread. And I know that Carolyn's Musings has a gingerbread kit, so I think that'll be one of the ones I'm going to do pretty soon, maybe for the month of November. Do a gingerbread kit. So thank you for joining me today. I hope you'll join me for the rest of this series. Please like, comment, and subscribe to help my channel grow. And I hope to see you in the next video. Thank you.